And welcome into another episode of Off Script. And today's the day. The Fiesta Bowl is here. Ole Miss Rebels taking on the Miami Hurricanes all the way out in Arizona. Let's get after it today. This is going to be my final take video. But before I get into it today, if you haven't already, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. It helps me out a lot, so I appreciate you guys. But let's get into it. My final take here, overall, I just think the quarterback play here from both teams is going to determine everything in this game. Starting off with Ole Miss here, Trinidad Chambliss coming off his best game, 362 yards against Georgia, 2 touchdowns, kind of has all the momentum. This offense has all the momentum right now, and it's continued. We saw it against Tulane. We saw it against Georgia, and you're thinking, like, is this team going to be the same without Lane Kiffin? Is this team going to perform well? And they've proved all the haters, all the doubters wrong. Me being one of them early on and all the way in December, I was thinking, I don't know if this Ole Miss team can continue to kind of flow the way they were. They're flowing, if not better now, with Trinidad Chambliss at the helm right now, just dotting people up. My question in this game right now is, can Chambliss kind of handle the pressure from this Miami defensive front, from Bain, from Messidor? They've already gone up against Jennings from SMU, Reed from A&M, and Castellanos from Florida State. So they're a veteran group that have gone against these mobile quarterbacks. But I feel like Chambliss in general, when you watch him play, when he plays at his best, he is an improviser. He is a scrambler. He gets outside the pocket and just makes plays. So can he get it done in this game? And then moving on, talking about Carson Beck here. To me, Carson Beck throughout this entire playoff really hasn't been super special in my eyes. He's just doing enough to get this Miami offense in position to score, to win, and that's all you really need out of a quarterback. You don't need to put up 360 like Chambliss is doing. He's putting up 100, 130 yards, passing yards, and it's working because of the weapons outside. You have Tony, he has CJ Daniels, he has Fletcher, the running back too. So having all those factors play into your offense really kind of dulls down the pressure on Carson Beck. The question I have here, though, is Beck kind of due for one of those multiple interception games that he has? He had it against Louisville, SMU, those games that they did lose because of the multiple interceptions. Is he due for that coming up, or is he going to stay poised and kind of keep the momentum going, keep this offense rolling? It's not too flashy, it's not too extravagant, but it's just enough to either hand it off and get into the red zone for Fletcher to get into the end zone, or Tony on the outside. CJ Daniels also getting open because Tony's double coverage, something like that. But if I'm, at the end of the day in this game, if I'm picking one of the quarterbacks here, I would have to pick Chambliss just because of what I saw against Georgia and what he's been able to do against Tulane and Georgia just in general. I'm like, wow, there's really no stopping this kid right now. But I do think Ole Miss has the edge when it comes to quarterback. But when looking at better playmakers, I think Miami has the better roster here as a whole. More talented team, I'd say, defensively, offensively, maybe even special teams-wise too. But something about this Ole Miss team as well, I'm not counting them out just because they lost Kiffin and almost brought them tighter together. And really, at the end of the day, it's not about talent. It's about cohesion. That's the game of football. It's about who plays better together. That's why this Indiana team's so good. Sure, they have some talent on the team, but they're just such a tight-knit group. They're so, you see these interviews together. You saw when their center won the MVP in the Rose Bowl. That's similar to this Ole Miss team. They're just they're so close together. But in this game, Miami fans travel well. Ole Miss fans are also going to be traveling decently well. But from what I've seen online, Miami looks like they're flocking out there in Arizona. I think it's going to be a close game throughout the entire night. I just think the difference is this Miami's defense. I just think the difference is the turnovers. I think this Miami defense can just get turnovers compared to this Ole Miss defense. And usually whoever wins the turnover battle in these matchup games usually ends up winning the game and just kind of get that edge in the game. So I'm going to have to pick Miami and then move on to the national championship game. Ole Miss fans, Miami fans, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you soon.